the mountains call. Not to be conquered, but to remind us where we belong. Where we belong. Like a force that moves through us. They test us, pushing our limits. Their spirit threads through every turn, every shadow, every storm. They move in silence. They rise in power. They carry us beyond ourselves. The mountains don't just rise above us. They rise within us. And within that rise, we find our calling, each drawn to a different line, a different rhythm in the snow. What unites us is the drive, the need, the fire to push further than ever before. That's why we chase storms. We seek the quiet violence of the trees. We climb lines that defy gravity. We chase airtime like it's oxygen. Each peak, each breath draws us deeper into their pull. The window is small. A storm hits, and the clock starts ticking. Fresh snow doesn't wait. It gets tracked, windblown, gone. You've got one shot to catch it right. That's why we chase. Because perfect conditions don't last, but the feeling does.
It's dookie! There's something about taking a machine that has more horsepower than the average car and riding it on a cloud. Something about holding on to that and you're just, just carving through. Snow's blowing over the hood, hitting you in the face. It just, something about that. There's a sense of freedom in it. And sledders, we get passionate about that. And, being that it's no other feeling in the world, we are constantly chasing it. We're looking for storms, trying to time our vacations, trying to time our trips, our rides, whatever. And, those are the days that we hunt for.
Holy shit! Oh my God, dude.
As you're carving through the POW, blasting through, having the time of your life, once you stop and park with your buddies and machines are off, the powder like absorbs all sound. Once you're in that flow state and you stop and you have this peace and you're just in this beautiful area and all that sound's being absorbed by the snow, I don't know how to describe it other than basically like heaven on earth. It's a pretty cool feeling. I don't know how to describe it other than like the biggest sense of freedom there is. It's really incredible, and you know that's why I'm grateful that we get to be able to do this sport and enjoy it, because wow, it is cool.
Fucking Slater!
Goggle light.
What the fuck? Yeah, Ty!
Yeah, dude.
What the fuck was that? That was so sick!
The midair goggle wipe. Yes.
Yeah, what?
I was like, oh god, that's big time GSTL snow. Goggle stick to lens. Oh, we're good.
What? I can't believe you pulled that off. That was huge.
It was so smooth too. It was nice.
In the air, I was like, how long is he gonna be up there? He's still dropping.
Yeah, the second drop was actually a little more lofty than I thought.
You hit the money spot.
Yeah,
though.
great snow
Like,
though. And
Perfect.
yeah, it worked out really good.
Yeah.
Look at that spot we were picked out right beside the tree.
I
there.
know.
It's so perfect. I
Yeah.
love that when you come off and you're like, there it is.
Yeah.
Doosh.
Yeah.
That was sweet, boys. Thanks for being a part of that.
Heck yeah.
At some point, the mountain shifts. The open fades. And the trees close in.
Tree lines for me really comes down to just pushing myself. And I remember in 1996, I had like my pride and joy. I had zero money. I scraped together whatever I could to get enough down payment for my 96 XLT RMK. And I was trying to like push myself as a rider, and I just kept wrecking and trashing it. And I remember telling my mom, like, I was so pissed off because I shoved another trailing arm through the footrest assembly, and I didn't have enough money to fix it, and my sled's trashed, and I was just so, I'm like, I'm quitting snowmobiling. And my mom laughed at me. She's like, oh, okay, sure. It's okay, son. You'll be all right. You know, and it's funny when you put it in that perspective, and I tell all these guys, the learning curve is expensive, it's frustrating, it's challenging, but all it is a mindset. And you can either, you know what the agenda is that day, and you can either have a positive mindset or a negative mindset to it with the same task. And that's how I go into this tree riding. Like, dude, the shit we've been doing today, like 5 years ago, we'd be changing parts right now. Right? I mean, the progression, like, you have to go get into that stuff and fail to get better. And so I don't know, like those times were frustrating, but I look back at it now and I wouldn't change a thing.
So the thing that probably pushes me the most about tree riding is just the constant progression of what's around the next corner, what's over the top of the next mountain, and just using technique and using the actual terrain to just push the boundaries of where we can go. You know, for me, my background of extreme freestyle sports and jumping and everything, there's not much that kind of like gets me going nowadays. So, you know, it's just that constant progression of what's next. And, you know, for me, it's big aired out re-entries in tight pockets and off of big pillows, and just trying to, you know, see where my actual boundaries are and, you know, dance around them.
You can't plan them. It's so, you have to be so intuitive and just go with the flow. And I don't know how many times I've gone into something just praying that there isn't a tree around the next corner, and hopefully it works, right? And I think that is the perfect tree line, is that when you have no idea what you're getting into, but you're going into it with 110% confidence, and it's either going to be fail or to the top. God, it's so magical when you come around and you see that perfect alleyway. It's like, but you know, everything has to go the way it is laid out in your mind, and that never happens. But the further you can look ahead, the more momentum you can carry, unweighting the sled, having that plan B, executing it early, all those things. I mean, it's like anytime you make it to the top, it's kind of a perfect line, right?
The next generation, if you want to call it, that's kind of, you know, growing up watching these videos and aspiring to become a high-level athlete. And you know, I kind of grew up on this mentality of like 1% every day, and you get back what you put in also. So you know, that effort starts well before even getting on the snowmobile. I'm 37 years old. I've been doing this a long damn time, and it's taken a long time to get to this point. And there's certainly days where I still don't even feel comfortable, but that's where I can gain that 1%. And the next day, maybe we go back to a similar type of terrain, and all of a sudden I'm feeling a little bit better about, you know, my skills on the snowmobile or the terrain that we're in. It's not really an overnight success sport. I am still trying to bite off that 1% every day.
That's how I look at lines, is just take the hard line, and you know, it's so much more rewarding when you take the hard line to the top. From a mindset standpoint, I get to the bottom, take a big deep breath, put my sled in lockout, and just focus on, okay, do what you know. It's all the same. It's just carry so much speed, carry momentum, because you can never make up for it on the hill. You can only hope to maintain what you built at the bottom.
Holy shit! Yeah! That was wild.
Who the hell parked right in the middle of my line?
Yeah, well, you knew I was there. I didn't move.
Ah!
There are places gravity tells you not to go. Lines that look impossible. This is where brute strength meets delicate balance. Where confidence must outpace fear. Every climb begs the same question. Do you have what it takes to make it to the top? Or will the mountain spit you out?
Something that was new for me this season was pulling chutes. I mean, I guess I've always pulled like kind of short, mellow chutes, the type of chute you can pull on like a stock 155. But I've always had this itch to like push chutes. I feel like if I'm not pushing every discipline within backcountry snowmobiling, I'm leaving something on the table. So finally made it happen this year. I was in a good position financially and time-wise to get a dedicated chute sled built and then head up to Revelstoke and try to keep up with the big boys.
So I've done a little bit of chute climbing in the past. No like real crazy chutes or anything, just like the basic stuff on a stock sled. And it was cool, but I always watched, you know, these big high horsepower 4-strokes climbing gnarly stuff. And this year, when I built a 175 lightweight, I didn't intentionally just build it to do chutes, but I pretty much knew it was going to happen. And then especially with Caleb coming up with his 175 build, that maybe I inspired a little bit. I knew we were going to get into some rowdy stuff, and that's exactly what happened. One person might think that chutes aren't that gnarly or they're just not that interesting. But until you go to the bottom of a chute, or actually the top of a chute, is where it looks scariest. You look down it and you're probably just better off not to look down it because it looks really bad. I looked at the gash from the top this year. It was just all rock. I'm like, I'm not doing this. I go to the bottom. Caleb goes up it after I already looked at it and said I wasn't doing it. And I'm sitting down there. My dad was on the radio. He's like, yeah, don't do it. But Caleb's like, yeah, you got it. And I'm just like, I don't know what to do. But I think we got to go for it. Whatever happens, happens. And hopefully it's going to work out. Yeah, you definitely second guess yourself when people are tumbling back down. Your confidence goes from very high to not so high. And then you just sit there, it's like, well, if I don't do it now, I gotta wait another year to do it. So we better just go for it.
one was too easy. You had to have a jump, didn't you? Yes! Yeah!
That's what I'm fucking talking about! That's fucking sick!
At some point, the ground just isn't enough. We crave more, reaching for a moment when we leave it all behind. In the air, time pauses. We feel weightless, suspended between earth and sky, alive in pure freedom.
What motivates me to push jumps is the free floating feeling and like not thinking of a single other thing. other than right in the moment, and nothing to me beats that floating feeling, and then landing and riding out of it and looping around doing it again.
It's an addiction, I guess. Like, it's hard to stop. Like, I've been thinking about stopping for a long time, but it's so hard. It's so fun to do, and just keep pushing the limits, because most days, like, I'm riding more and more safe, even though I'm still pushing it. So it's still like, it's so fun to just keep pushing it, because I feel I have control about it. So I'm not too worried to get hurt, even though that's always a risk, but I still feel safe pushing my limits. Yeah. So it's still fun and epic. Like, it's a fun life. To manage the risk for me nowadays, like, I don't really get nervous anymore. I'm kind of so in the zone. I know that if I just focus on what I'm supposed to do and just do that, it's gonna work out. Like, I'm getting to that level of experience where I know that if you do it right, it will work. And that's kind of makes it easier, because I'm not nervous, so I don't get the same amount of mistakes. If you just make sure the jump is correct, everything is perfect, then it's like, it feels safe.
I just ride my sled around a little bit before looping around to commit to going up the face and doing it. You know, and if feeling nervous, loop it around a bunch of times, roll the landing, go down the landing, make sure everything's in line. It's a mental game to me of like, I want to know that when I'm going off that face, I'm landing where I plan on landing in the landing itself. And when I have that checked off, then it's go time and loop around and give her.
that was fucking huge.
What the fuck was that?
That was the sickest. What the fuck? I thought he was going to the basement.
I went to the parking lot.
Yeah! What was that?
Fuck yeah! Woo!
Unreal.
Yeah! Fucking insane, man. One and done. First jump of the year. Holy shit! Woo!
You went so high.
That was a solid 4 or 5 seconds. Like, woo! Holy shit!
Wow.
Woo! Wow! I gotta calm down. I'm gonna pop.
The mountains called, and we answered. Snow melts, tracks fade, storms pass, but what remains are the moments that shape us. The silence before the throttle, the balance between fear and focus, the adrenaline pulsing through us. Each climb, each send, each new line pushes us forward. This is progression.
Oh, shoot.
How bad is it?
I think it's just your hood and bumper.
The Polaris won?
I think the Polaris won.
The Polaris won big time.